going on YouTube? It's your boy Vince, and today we are back with another reaction. Today we're reacting to man spends $100,000 to become taller. Now hear me out. I am not the giant myself. I'm more so on the average side. I will not lie to you.
Bruh.
I'm not that big. So I can understand the pain he felt when deciding to get this surgery. You know, it's hard out here when you got girls talking about, oh, my minimum requirement for a guy is 6 feet.
Huh?
Come on, bro. What? You telling me you taking a 6 feet Goblin Shrek looking thing over Michael B. Jordan, a 5'10" Michael B. Jordan? Are you serious? That don't even make sense. You are delusional, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You just gotta get your money up. You gotta get your money up, because when you got your money up, it don't matter how tall you are. Lil Uzi is 5'4". He said he's 5'4", but when he's standing on his money, he's 6'6". If I was 6'6" right now, I wouldn't be on the screen. I'd be out there guarding Jason Tatum, LeBron James. I'd be out there in the NBA. Trust me, I am nice. But this dude, he had money. It wasn't working because he had to have money to just spend $100,000 to become taller on the surgery, you know what I'm saying? So he gotta have some type of money. He gotta be at least 5'1" for this to not be working at all. You know what I'm saying? For him to have money and to not be that tall, you gotta be like extremely little. I'm thinking about 5'1". But if he's about 5'9", 5'10", and he had to do this, man, maybe you gotta look on the inside. Maybe you just weird. For real.
What is that?
So I don't know. We're just gonna get into this video and see why this man spent $100,000 to become taller. So let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm Denzel Siggers. I'm 27 years old, and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery.
First day, you're impressing me.
No, I'm not. You're impressing me. I'm 6 foot.
Well guys, it's time for a throwback. Back in my early days of YouTube, there used to be a channel that I would frequent in hopes of finding some of that good quality content. And today we're going back. Now my real OG viewers, you know, the true day ones, might already have an idea of what I'm talking about. It's a channel called Truly. It's a channel basically dedicated to the unordinary or the unorthodox, just stuff you don't hear about every day. At one point on my channel, there was like a 3-month span where I was really talking a lot about dog girls and cat girls, you know, the glory days, and most of those videos came from Truly. And every now and then I pop on over to the Truly channel to see if they have released anything video worthy. And the other day I found something that really reminded me of my early days here on YouTube, so I figured for old time's sake we would cover it. I broke my legs to grow from 5'5" to 6 foot. Now, if you've never heard of this stuff, it's something called limb lengthening surgery, where they do exactly what the name implies. They make your legs longer to make you taller. It's ridiculously expensive. I think this guy said he paid over $100,000 to get this.
Look how he walking. It looked like it hurt. He's walking like a penguin. He's walking out here like this, bro. And another thing I just realized, his body's gonna be disproportionate now. He got a 5'5" torso with 6 foot legs. Something's not adding up. I'm gonna know, hey, he did something we don't know about. He's taking some pills. He did some surgery. That ain't it. You know, it's gonna be one of those. Like, this ain't it. That's like next level insecure. I'm not gonna lie, if God said, hey, you're gonna be 5'5" for the rest of your life, it just would have been, hey, I'm 5'5" for the rest of my life. You know, gotta find other ways to get nice. You know what I'm saying? You know, my height ain't gonna save me. All right, let me get my money up. Money ain't gonna save me. All right. You know, I look like Michael B. Jordan. No. Come on, bro. God just ain't gonna leave you out here willy-nilly. He gonna give you something. He gonna give you some knowledge if you just straight up ugly. You know, he gonna give you some looks, but you might be dumb, you know? Like, it's take for take. But this guy is just ignorant. To sit here and try to boost that, like, you didn't get no cool points from me because you grew. Especially if I knew you when you were short. You got no cool points. You bought your way to height.
Done. And it also essentially ruins your body for pretty much the rest of your life. Most of the procedures aren't successful, and even if they are, you'll basically never be able to walk properly or run or jump safely ever again. But this guy did it, and I figured we'd take a look at it because there's some questionable stuff in this video. Plus, I've never actually heard a first-hand account about getting this procedure done, so I figured that would be interesting too. So let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
I'm Denzel Siggers. I'm 27 years old, and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery. So on surgery day, they put me under anesthesia, so I was asleep. They break your bones surgically. They cut them and they attach devices that extend the bones over time. When I first woke up, I just asked myself 1,000,001 questions. I was like, why did I do this surgery? I regretted it. I shouldn't have done it. I'm in so much pain. I've never felt this kind of pain
it's hurting my stomach looking at it.
So that is the one constant I've heard about this stuff, that it is basically the most painful cosmetic surgery you can possibly go through. And I mean, that doesn't really surprise me either. Breaking your leg is not exactly a pleasant thing to experience. To then have—
All right, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. We 2 minutes and 17 seconds in, and I'm not the most resilient person when it comes to like bones and stuff and people being hurt and broken and stuff. I'm not the most resilient person. Apparently, when I got my wisdom teeth done, they were taking blood shots and taking, you know, just blood for the IV, I guess. I don't know why they were taking blood. They took like 3 things of blood. I passed out. I real life passed out. I hit the Spider-Man. Oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel too good. I hit one of those. I was really out of there. Like, and I honestly thought they was putting me under anesthesia. I was like, oh, you know, normally when you under anesthesia, you don't really notice. Like, I said, oh, no feel good. I couldn't even talk no more. That was crazy. So to hear this dude break his bones just to be taller and never walk again, it's really making my stomach bubble. So if y'all hear a little fart in the background, that'd be me.
Have the healing process delayed by months as you stretch your legs further and have to stretch your nerves, muscles, blood vessels, all that stuff. Yeah, I can't imagine this is super duper fun.
And I thought something was wrong because I didn't think it was normal to feel this amount of pain. There's a metal rod in my leg, and then there was an external fixator that attaches to the metal rod going through your leg. So you have both an internal device and an external device. It was very shocking. It felt unreal to see it attach myself because I had never seen anything like this before. I was actually in a relationship prior to the surgery. Once I told her I wanted to go get surgery to get taller to boost my confidence, she was completely against it. And inevitably we ended up ending the relationship, even though she was someone that made a lot of jokes about my height herself.
Alright, so I'm fully aware that this might sound kind of cruel, but I sort of understand where she was coming from. If I was in a relationship and the person told me, hey, I'm gonna go through a purely cosmetic surgery that will drastically change the way I live forever, and it will limit the things we are able to do for years, if not just permanently, I think I would have some second thoughts myself as well.
Agreed 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you had a girlfriend already. Why else would you want to be taller for? What confidence boost are you looking for? You need to be looking for the confidence boost in those teeth. Those teeth are horrendous. Look at them boys.
Oh my God.
Yo, this not even me the same day, same video. I'm editing. I had to come back from the dead. I had to come back from the editing side to make this boy. Oh! Or you think people are gonna respect you more because you're taller? Does that how the man world works? Am I not a man yet?
No.
You know, I'm not the shortest bird out here, but hey, I'm not the tallest one either. I ain't never been disrespected like that. No, I'm lying. The other day I walked into work. I think I told y'all this. He asked me if I was here for Junior NBA. Huh? This security guard has seen me walk into this job every day for the past 8 months. You know darn well I work here. I'm not in the Junior NBA. Stop talking to me.
She hasn't seen me, but she's just seen like my social media and she's been trying to call. She's been trying to make her way back, but that's somewhere I don't want to go back to.
Dude, she don't want you because you're tall.
I'm actually going on a date for the first time since I've had my surgery, so it'll be my first date at 6 foot. I'm very excited. It's an opportunity to get out there and really fill out this new version of me, like see how he interacts with the world, see how he interacts on a date. In the world we live in, we say don't judge a book by its cover, but obviously people are judged off their appearance first. But I do feel like once I get back into dating, my personality will be what carries me in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm kind of torn here because on one hand, you can't play stupid and act like short men aren't made fun of in society. Like that is just something you really can't deny. It's a societal double standard. It's one of the few things that it's just perfectly okay to make fun of a person for these days, which is obviously not okay, and nobody should be doing that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that this guy was never treated differently for not being tall, because that would just be playing dumb. But at the same time, the way this guy talks about his old self, if you will, it seems like his height was always at the forefront of his mind, and that probably caused him to sort of self-sabotage. If you always think that somebody is judging you for this thing, or is silently thinking this, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say that nobody ever gave him a hard time for his height, but if I had to guess, I would assume that it was less people than he actually thought.
Yeah, agreed. He definitely got stuff for his height 100% of the time. Not 100% of the time. Probably majority of the time, but, you know, I just feel like You can't look that deep into your weaknesses. You gotta make your strengths so strong that they outweigh your weaknesses. If you got all this money and you 5'5", hey, in her eyes, you 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's ways to get around that.
Tell me about yourself. What's your social?
My social?
Yeah.
My social media?
No, your social security.
What?
Social security. You a scammer?
I didn't say that.
Or are you just
I was just
funny?
trying to get to know you.
Oh.
So.
My god, this is awkward. Not exactly a good opener. I don't really think there's a single scenario where what he said is a good way to start off a date. I'm assuming he was asking for her social media, but I feel like that's a weird thing to say to break the ice. Also, are we meant to ignore the fact that they are being recorded right now? Who would show up to a first date with this premise?
What you trying to do with my social? Oh, you trying to put a ring on it that fast? I didn't know you was that type of guy. I like that. I just said my last relationship was 2 years ago. I got high standards and a lot of requirements.
I think you found it.
Really? I thought we were on the first date. You're impressing me.
No, I'm not. You impressing me. I'm 6 foot.
No,
What?
no, there's no shot he actually said that, right? That was something they asked him to say for like promo material? Surely. I'm gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt and say that this was not a real thing he actually said. Didn't actually come from his brain, but if it did, I think this kind of proves my whole point about what I was saying when it comes to self-sabotage. If you're this caught up on height that once you're 6 foot, you think the person that you're on a date with now has some sort of obligation to impress you, I feel like your physical appearance was probably not your problem.
The world is a much different place now that I'm taller. People smile at me everywhere I go. I've never had this kind of like reaction from people before, and I really enjoy it.
Again, going back to this whole caught up on his height thing, I have to imagine that a lot of this was kind of in this guy's head. I mean, this idea that people wouldn't smile at you because they were—
He is little though. That is definitely little, bro. If I see him around, I might give him a noogie or something. Hey, come here, little bro. No, I'm playing. This a grown man. He might pick me up and drop me. But he definitely reading too much into it. People smile at me more. They probably smiling awkwardly at you because you're sitting here walking like a penguin. Bruh. You know, it don't look good. I'm gonna know something is up. He had that surgery. I promise you that's in my head.
disgusted by your height or something. If you're truly thinking that kind of stuff day in, day out, then I don't think a physical change is really gonna help you that much. Maybe temporarily, but you're just gonna find something else you don't like and then start having similar thoughts about that.
Recovery takes about 6 months to a year. I'm much further ahead at my current stage than most people would be. It's only been about 2.5 months since I completed surgery. I can pretty much do everything that I need to do for the most part on a normal day-to-day basis, so I'm very pleased with where I'm at. The surgery has significantly boosted my self-esteem, mainly because everything I had to go through to get the height, so I appreciate it more. But just being home and seeing how the world reacts to me at 6 foot rather than 5'5" has been like a very amazing experience for me.
I mean, look, if this guy is truly happier after this surgery, then I guess there's not a whole lot I can really say that would matter to him. My only hope is that he was fully informed on what could happen here. I've been doing some research as I make this video, and apparently only 40% of these surgeries are successful long-term. A lot of the time, follow-up surgeries are required, and a very large percentage of the people who get this surgery end up wheelchair-bound for life. It also shortens your lifespan, and the complications you have once you get into your senior years are pretty severe. I just feel like this is not worth it to be a little bit taller.
I've always been like an outgoing person, but now I can just be myself without caring what people think or what people have to say. I'm me all the time now, rather than hiding behind like insecurities.
Okay, so I really don't mean to just be ragging on this guy the entire video, but I cannot buy this for a second. If what you thought people thought about you drove you to get a life-altering, potentially life-ending $100,000 cosmetic surgery, I have a really hard time believing that now you just don't care what anybody thinks.
Right. You know, like at first I was thinking like people, actually no, I was never thinking this, but like his reasoning kind of made me think like he was getting this because he wanted it for himself, but like he's double taking back and forth. On one instance, he wanted it for himself. On the next instance, he said, oh, I want people to look at me differently. What? Pick one. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like that's some real insecure stuff. He's sitting there talking about, I'm 6 foot now. Oh, I get the cool points. I don't give you any. Sorry, I'm all out. I have nothing for you. You're not getting any cool points. This is lame. And it's making my knees hurt as I'm talking. Why do my knees hurt from looking at you? I'm not gonna want to be around you anymore. If you're 5'5", I may have said it in my head like, dang, he's short, but that's just the world we live in. If you 5'5", find something else to outshine that. If you 5'5" and you look like Michael B. Jordan and look better than me, I can't say nothing. You get more girls, you know, you won. Like, I don't know, it's just something about that that's weird.
Those two don't really seem to align.
My boy.
What's up, man?
Good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you, man.
How did you meet Brian?
We was getting the same surgery in Turkey together. We met in the physiotherapy.
Brian, how tall were you before the surgery?
I was 183, so just basically 6 foot.
And how tall are you?
He was 6
It's
foot?
gonna be over 6'6" right now.
Nice.
What? You spent $100,000 because 6 foot wasn't enough for you, man? Being 6'6" just sounds like an inconvenience. Not
Yes.
only is this guy yoked out of his mind and now he's gonna be 6'6", this man's gonna be a walking cargo container. This just seems impractical. Normally, if you're 6'6", you'd wind up on a D line somewhere, but since these guys' tibulas would now be shattered by a light breeze, I'm not sure that's really an option anymore. Look, you want to go from 5'5" to 6 foot? Totally get it. That
Right.
makes sense. 6 foot to 6'6", you spent $100,000 to never fit on a plane or an elevator anymore. I don't get it.
So initially when I first did the surgery and I started posting it, it was a lot of like negativity, a lot of hate. People called me crazy, people called me insane. They said they hope I never walk again.
Wow.
But as it grew and people saw me continue to post my progress, a lot of the comments began to change. It actually started to garner a lot of attention from women telling me like how strong I am and how manly it was to go through something that like endured so much pain.
Okay, final.
What's manly about that? He pulled his way to the top. I can't respect that. It's like playing a video game, you know, and the one thing you want to achieve at the end is the grind, you know, to get to the top level, and you can just buy your way to the top level. That's not as respectable as the person that spent 30 hours on the game grinding, you know what I'm saying? 30 hours a day just in the field, on the computer. Oh, gotta play this game. You know, doing all that. I can't respect it, bro, and he can never play basketball again. What? Huh? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I plan to be playing basketball still, you know, just going to the gym, get some shots up at 60, like the old heads that walk in the gyms today. I plan to be like that. Actually, I plan to have my own gym. I ain't gonna be walking in no random gym, you know. But that's regardless of the fact. Actually, no, I don't know about that anymore because I didn't see this old dude walking to the gym. The old dude walking to the gym, and tried to play. Was that a voice crack? That was nasty. I done seen this old dude walking to the gym, tried to play like he was still young with the young bulls, and get elbowed in his mouth, and he pulled his hand slowly away from his mouth. Why were there 2 teeth in his hand? I swear to Jesus Christ, God, strike me down right now if I'm lying. He got his front 2 teeth knocked out playing basketball. At that point, I would have been like, hey, I'm too old for this, I'm going home. He went home, but I seen him back the next day. What? That don't make sense.
Time I'll say anything on it, mainly because the video is about to end, but I feel like this guy's true demeanor is really coming through a lot in this video. It seems like a lot of his self-worth, a lot of his confidence is directly tied to how much attention he gets from women. This seems like a really unhealthy reason to do all of this to yourself, but hey look, it's not my life. I'm just here to make silly YouTube videos, okay? But
yeah.
I feel like this was a bad idea. Well guys, what do you think? Not only about this specific situation here, but this kind of surgery in general. At the end of the day, I guess it's really like any other cosmetic surgery. This one definitely has a lot more stigma around it, I would assume mostly because of the risks involved and how badly it can go. But if the people are happy and they are really okay with what might happen, I say more power to them. My concern is that I would imagine a lot of people get caught up in just becoming taller and having this lifelong dream fulfilled, and they don't really sit down and take a moment to realize what might become of them. But who knows? Hopefully, I'm wrong. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe.
Man, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like it's definitely not worth the risk. But like he said, if it makes them happy, you know, you should be able to do whatever you want. Like, if it just only affects your life, you know. Let me not just say that, because that's a broad statement. If beating up little kids make you happy, you shouldn't be able to beat up little kids. I'm just throwing that out there so y'all know. I'm not talking about anything, because, you know, you got to be real specific on here. Did I say specific right? I think I did. I don't know. Should I smack myself? I think I'm good. I don't know. But like I was saying, you know, more power to you, like he said. But don't come up here in my face and say, oh, you know, I'm not insecure. I was never insecure. You know, yes, you were. 100%. You had a girlfriend that loved you. Dumped her because you wanted to get this surgery and she didn't approve. You know, like, why else were you mad about being 5'5"? Like, the only reason I can see someone being, like, a little irritated about being 5'5" is it's probably way harder to get a girlfriend like that, you know? Because how many girls are under 5'5"? I feel like 5'5", 5'4" is probably, like, the average height for a girl. If you're about that height, you know, you're gonna be seeing eye to eye with your girlfriend. Nothing wrong with that. But this just ain't the way to go to me, you know? Like, find another way to shine, you know? My shite, I can't, my shite, wow. I don't even know what that means. I'm just gonna keep talking. My height, you know, may be my downfall, but I'm gonna find something that shines brighter than my height, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep bringing up money, which, you know, not saying money is everything, but hey, if you got money, you stand on that money, you 6'6". Bar, that's a real life bar. I don't have no money yet, you know? Neither am I 5'5". But if I stand on my money, I'll probably be 6'10". When I'm, okay, that will make sense. I don't have any money. If I stand on my money right now, I'm gonna shrink.
Wow.
That doesn't, cause what? What? But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. Do you know anybody that's got this surgery before? Like, do you think it's worth the risk? Like, just tell me something about it down below. And y'all know, if y'all enjoyed the video too much, to subscribe. Be on the way to 10,000 subscribers. And hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, cause it just makes sense to like button if you like the video, no? And hit that like button if you gonna get that surgery. Hit that like button if you tall. Hit that like button if you short. Hit that like button if you ugly. I ain't ugly, you know? So, I'm still gonna hit it regardless. Just let that be known that I'm not ugly. I just hit the like button just cause. I'm not getting this surgery. We gone.